Student government president Pat Kelly, now a junior here at AU, won the presidency last spring with nearly 50% of the vote. Correspondent Charlotte Bergmann sat down with President Kelly to discuss his life, his presidency thus far, and what his expectations are for himself and AU for the coming year.
President Kelly, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
So first of all, you've had a really busy summer. How has your year been going? How's the summer been going? I know you were in DC.
The summer was definitely a very productive time for the new student government team to start planning for this new upcoming year. We obviously planned for an excellent year of programming. We're starting to see that with Anderson Cooper and Ezra Klein, as well as the concert we had with Lupe Fiasco and now Group Love. So it was definitely a very busy summer, but one that was definitely worth it.
And you must have taken a lot of time this summer just to think about, wow, I've actually gotten to this point. I'm with such a great team. And starting from the beginning to where you are now, what kind of things have you been thinking about? I mean, who's inspired you along this path to the office of the president?
I never thought coming to AU I would be student government president by my junior year, so that was definitely a huge surprise. There have definitely been a few people that have been instrumental in allowing me to get to where I am. I think one of them was definitely Sarah McBride, who was president 2 years ago. She's just a phenomenal role model. Besides that, my parents have been beyond supportive, and it's just the friends that I've made here at American. It's the people who have allowed me to be the person I always wanted to be.
And speaking of never having expected being president of the AU student government, you've also had to come over some personal adversity. I understand that you have dyslexia. Do you think you could talk about that as one of the issues that you've had to overcome to the office of the president?
It's something that has allowed me throughout life to know that, when people put in 100% effort to get something done, I have to put in 110% effort. And, I was diagnosed really early on. People say don't let your disability define you. I kind of do let it define me because it's what's really instilled hard work into whatever I do. So it's definitely something that I'm really proud to say I am dyslexic.
And you were also open about it in your campaign for the presidency, along with your clear, innate sense of humor. Do you want to talk about kind of the secrets behind your campaign and what made it so successful, who you worked with?
It was exhausting, emotionally draining, but the people that I had on my staff were the best people I could ever ask for. Chandler Thornton was my campaign manager. He's now the director of the Kennedy Political Union. And then we also had people on the campaign who, like Ray Bowman, who's now my chief of staff, who are just guys who you want to talk to, and they're hilarious. And he came up with some really good ideas for videos. It was just a fusion of different ideas, and I think we also put together a really good message of what students want and how students deserve more from their student government.
There's a debate going on that's happening during your campaign and during your presidency now about whether to raise the student activities fee or to split the funds amongst the different clubs. Your administration has been met with some criticism about how this problem is going to be solved. Would you care to comment on that, or what progress is being made so far?
The student activity fee is, in my opinion, one of the largest issues we need to tackle this year. There hasn't been any progress that's been made on it in over a decade. Personally, I believe that there is going to have to be some changes made. If there is an increase, I think that it would be extraordinarily modest. I think anywhere from $5 to $10. The way we're doing it right now, I'm contacting all of the heads of the 3 organizations, and we are going to sit down. I have a proposed model for how we're going to create a commission to really hammer this issue out, and I really want it to be on the spring ballot for students to vote on if we can all come to a consensus.
And it's interesting that you bring up the input of the students. Talk about the importance of the student roundtable. What purpose will that serve in terms of solving issues and problems that are happening and making sure that students have their voices heard?
Absolutely. So the student roundtable was an idea that I thought of during the campaign, and the basic idea is to have different organization leaders come together and talk about what should student government be doing for them. We want to hear from all organizations on campus, whether it's media, whether it's a club, whether it's Greek life, about what should we be advocating for, what should we be going to our administration on.
If you could give advice to any AU student returning or new, what would it be for this coming year?
Of course, it's doing well in classes, but it's also taking advantage of all the opportunities we have as students who go to school in DC, but also as students of American University on campus. So get involved, do the things that you never thought you would do, because you can be the person you've always wanted to be here. And that's what's so special about American University.
And Charlotte joins us now in studio. And Charlotte, it seems that President Kelly's off to a great start so far.
I really think so. And when I had the opportunity to sit down with him, he talked about a lot of issues that he was really enthusiastic about and passionate about, referring to the allocation of funds to certain student organizations. That's something that he really wants to continue to pursue throughout the entire academic year and making sure that students get the money that they need and deserve.
And additionally, we've had a great semester of programming so far. Group Love was just here.
Yeah, Group Love had a fantastic performance, and on top of that, Anderson Cooper was the American University Wonk of the Year. So that event was put on not only by student government, but also by the Kennedy Political Union. And that event just showed the power of students on campus, and it was an event that parents and students can enjoy together.
Great, and we look forward to the rest of the programming they have in store for us. Thank you so much, Charlotte. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.